Do 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 do. Don't mind me, folks. Just doing a couple little test runs. Do 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 do. Don't mind me, folks. Just doing a couple little test runs. Do 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 do. How's everybody doing today? Do 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 do. Okay, I was just working on a couple little test runs. Hello, Chesley. Nice to see you. Um, I wasn't even planning on going live, but this was just going to be a quick one because earlier made a I just made a new comment on my community post about the arrest of Manuel Mata, who was arrested uh, over a week ago after he tried to walk right into a crime scene. And the frauditing community is absolutely upset about this, which is why a lot of you saw that post that I just did. That Manuel Mata was arrested, and I believe it was 100% justified. But yeah, so that's basically what this is about because a lot of people didn't know who Manuel Mata was or exactly what I was talking about. So I thought I'd just do this just to kind of give you guys a quick little insight. Um, but yeah, a little bit more on Manuel Mata is just about a month ago, right before he was arrested for this incident. He also got arrested for literally shoving a police officer. As him and oh, I forget who else was with him. They went to some meeting. Hey, John, to some like public board meeting. And they were causing quite the ruckus. So police started escorting them out, and then Manuel Mata did the not so smart thing and literally shoved a police officer off of him, and he ended up getting arrested for that. And yeah, just recently, 9 days ago, he went on a live stream. He was going down a sidewalk, but you can see like a couple patrol cars there at some building connected to the sidewalk, and he thought it would be a good idea just to kind of walk down to it. The cop came, approached him, told him, "You have to stay by this sign. We're conducting an investigation." Um, Hi, gamer. But frauditors being frauditors. Oh, this is a public sidewalk. It's not illegal for me to cross on a public sidewalk. And the cop gave him another warning. You have to stay behind this sign while we're conducting an investigation. And so he actually starts taking a few steps past the sign, uh, right where the officer told him, "Hey, Joe." Right where the officer told him not to, and he ended up getting arrested. So that's the big situation here. Manuel Mata got arrested, I would say, for interfering with an investigation. And literally every single frauditor is like shouting unlawful or an illegal arrest. And, I've said this before. A lot of frauditors will say that interfering with an investigation has to be physical or something like that. But no law does it say interference with an investigation or interference with police has to just be physical. It can be anything that is keeping the officer from, you know, focusing on that current situation right there. Um, and also, I was just on a live stream. In case you guys missed it, the whole situation with Direct D and me, basically, well, he hasn't uh, messaged me at all. He hasn't emailed me at all. Like after the last email, and trust me, I've tried to get a response out of him. But yeah, Direct D currently on a 3-year probation. He has been told to no longer film police during the 3-year probation. Otherwise, he will end up being locked up for 6 months. Um, so yeah, I don't really see him lasting that long. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. And all of this just right after his new kid was born. So yeah, there's a great father right there. And also in other news, broken system, broken trust. Um, I don't know if you guys were, saw that part of the live stream. Actually drove to Kfar's home. Must be physical, threatening, or come between cops for injury by law. Yeah, I have looked it up. What is considered interfering, and it does not say just threatening, or not threatening. It does not say it has to be physical. No, I mean, I've looked at these. Nowhere does it say it just has to be physical. If you do anything that keeps the cops' attention away from the investigation, guess what? You're interfering. But yeah, broken system, broken trust actually drove all the way to Kfar's house, along with uh, who was it? Wolverine Transparency, Wolverine Audit, something like that. And and give credit to Kfar. He actually stood his ground, and broken system, broken trust actually stayed as far away from him as possible because uh, well, because yeah, the man is a coward. I mean, broken system, broken trust has threatened not only Kfar but also threatened his children by going to their school and auditing the school where his children's are, which is wow, which is a complete low blow right there. Er, But eventually, once Kfar said that he was calling the cops, Wolverine Transparency pulled up in his pickup truck, telling Broken System, Broken Trust, "Hey, we got to get out of here." So they knew. Uh, yeah, exactly. They traveled. They traveled that whole way, and as soon as Kfar said he's calling the cops, they book it. You know, and that is just absolutely terrifying. That they were able. Well, they know what school his kids go to. They now know where his house is, you know, which is why when it came to me and Direct D, when he first made that threat to me that he was going to come to my work, I reported it to police, but unfortunately, he did not make a physical threat towards me saying he was going to kill me or whatever. So the police said there wasn't really anything they could do, but they are going to write it down because, yeah, I gave them the name Christopher Dane Ruff, and they said, "Oh yeah, we know about him." So, so yeah, so if Direct D does fail um, about not filming police for the next 3 years during his 3 year probation, he can spend 6 months in jail. Joe Cool, yeah, actually, I did a video about another frauder, Katie Tubes, Katie Tube or Katie Audits. She is a crazy old lady that audits preschools, high schools. She actually went back to a high school after she was ordered not to ever go back. Um, yeah, Katie audits. She went to a high school to do another audit after she was ordered not to go back there. She could not step foot on that property, but she went back. The cop stationed at that school saw her, and she literally started running away. She was running through traffic, running past people, and yeah, she got arrested. She got arrested trespassing after being told, you're not supposed to be on school property. And she has a long history of filming preschools, elementary schools, just schools in general. And yeah, she is just an absolutely insane woman. Hello, Lives. Hello, Car Thief. Let's see, anybody else? So, yeah, as soon as KFAR said he was going to call the police, and then Josh Lanto decided to be a little bitch and run away because he's a coward. Yeah. So, yeah, during that, um, Broken System, Broken Trust kept saying, I come in peace, I come in peace. But obviously, he wasn't brave enough to go by himself. He had to have Wolverine Transparency to actually drive him there. So yeah, that's basically the situation here. Um, Going back to the main matter, Manuel Mata, uh, who just about a month ago shoved a police officer. Uh, oh no, that's cool. I welcome anybody. You know, I'll welcome anybody. Um, but yeah, I come in peace after you threaten. I know what school your kids go to. I'm gonna pull up to your house. Uh, so, went there. He was Broken System was real careful not to step. He didn't even he didn't even step on the sidewalk on by Kfar's home. He stayed like out in the middle of the street, literally shouting at Kfar. I heard someone say Manuel deserves it. Um, yeah, I thought Manuel being arrested for literally trying to walk into a crime scene, whether it's on a public sidewalk or not, I believe he was justifiably arrested. Yeah, that's basically the whole situation. Um, AZ for sure, right on interference. So yeah, no, I have not read a single law that only states that interference um, only has to be like a physical thing, or they have to be threatening or anything like that. You know, it is just insane. All your anti-frauditors are going down, man. Eh, I think quite the opposite is happening because I'm noticing a lot of frauditors with like maybe 100K subs, 200K subs. They're actually getting a lot less viewers as of recently. Auditing America, best example, with over 250K subs. A lot of his videos barely get maybe 10K views, stuff like that. Um, let's see, we had Vegas Valley. His whole channel got taken down after he somehow mysteriously went from um, 5K subs all the way up to 30K subs in in just a couple of weeks. Um, yeah, I think a lot of frauditors' channels are actually really starting to sink these days. Yeah, that's basically it, Dave. Um, Literally anything you do that is driving a cop's attention away from the crime or their duties can be considered interference. I mean, that's why, because whether it's on a public sidewalk or not, a crime scene is still a crime scene. You're not supposed to walk into those. And another thing is what Manuel Mata could have done also was simply just, he could have just gone across the street, walk on the sidewalk across the street where, he's still clear far away from that investigation and he could still, in his words, protect our protect our constitutional rights. But for some reason, he wanted to stay specifically on that sidewalk. Yep, that's also true. That is also very true. And one of the arguments that frauditors love to use is when you go out in public, you see security cameras everywhere, so you're already being filmed all the time. So you know, well, yeah, but here's the difference. It's the security cameras there. They don't look like some creepy kidnapper, some creepy drug dealer, some creepy child molester. Those cameras are actually there for protection. They're not there just to focus on one individual until they feel uncomfortable and they start making a scene. Yeah, it's all about what how people what a lot of people think, like what is their idea of interference, rather than what it says like in the actual law. Security cameras aren't following you around. That's also true. Security cameras are not, they're not focused just on you. They cover like a whole area, not just on one individual. One individual, uh, uh, just one individual that looks back at you that you keep on filming to try to get a reaction out of. There's a big, big, big difference. Mm-hmm. Based on someone's appearance, a better argument. They don't. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Like when they try to do audits, like in post offices, social security buildings, like a lot of these phones can zoom in on small things real clearly. So if you're holding like an envelope with your address or somebody else's address, your phone can easily just zoom in on that, on that little tiny little bit of font and make it out clearly. Georgia transparency was arrested and convicted of loitering. That is awesome. That's also another thing. Like if you were on a public sidewalk just standing there and filming, literally just standing there and filming there, that could also be considered loitering. You know, I remember I read this article um, of a homeless man who tried to sleep in a public post office. Because it's public and it's open 24/7, he thought he could just sleep in the lobby because it's public property. You know, and he tries to say he pays his taxes, yada yada yada. If you're homeless, I seriously doubt you pay taxes. And also another common misconception is post offices are run by taxpayers when really they actually run by their own services that they provide. Um, Granted that you know uh, the city did had to pay post offices to help keep them in business, but still there's a huge difference between being fully funded by taxpayers and maybe getting bailed off a few times using taxpayer money. Don't mind me, I'm just reading through all the comments. Yep, exactly, Ladybug. I wouldn't really call them auditors. They're more like antagonizers because that's really what they're all about. And I'm also not sure if you guys seen this video, but SGV News, his whole channel got demonetized. I did a whole video about that already. And he actually did his first live just a couple nights ago. Uh, no, you're good, John. It's all fine. Is Manuel the one? Yeah, I believe so. Like, I just seen the video of the police at a crime scene. I didn't know what the crime scene was for, but he was uh, really trying to walk into that crime scene, which is ridiculous. And the whole frauditing community, they're all trying to like. All in their communities, they're all talking about how Manuel Mata was unlawfully arrested. Some of them are trying to raise money for him. All of that stuff. All of that stuff. Uh, when really it was just as simple as just going across the street and just, staying on the sidewalk across the street. It was just absolutely, it's ridiculous that when you like somebody so much, no matter what they do, no matter how bad it is, like they will still try to defend them. That's just horrible. Yeah, I was just talking about that too. Um, Hi, James Blonde. Yeah, I was just talking about that too. Prior to trying to walk into a police investigation, they went to a conference or something, public meeting. Uh, Him and another frauditor, I forget who it was. They act like total jackasses. Ended up getting kicked out. Security and police literally had to like carry them out of the building. And as soon as they went there, Manuel actually shoved a police officer, like literally shoved him. And lo and behold, he got arrested for it. Got arrested for that. So, you know, and they try to use the claim of like self defense and all of that crap. Cop watchers have been filming police from a large distance since the 90s. Yeah, yeah, that's also true. Like they try to pretend like they're media or they're journalists, but even though real media and real journalists, they always stay at a distance, at a specific distance. And and well, yeah, basically, in some cases they're medias, but in other cases they're ordinary citizens. Like they kind of flip back and forth. So that's what I mean when they like abused our First Amendments. Because in another video that I did, the one about broken system, broken trust, and that big guy wearing a big old blue shirt who looked like a giant blueberry, they tried to uh, play media and go and record this public building. But a gentleman working there says, if you guys are with the media, you have to call so and so. And then all of a sudden, oh, we're not medias, we're just regular citizens with cameras. Like that's really not how that works. I have no idea, Ladybug. Like, I don't know like how any of this is really protecting our rights and freedoms. Like when I think of someone that protects rights and freedoms, I think of like cops or somebody who's in the military, like someone who's actually fighting, not just holding up a camera where the worst thing that can happen to you is you get arrested. Like I don't know, they just give themselves way more credit um, than than they really deserve. There is no expectation of privacy in public. Yeah, that's another thing. The frauditor who Dragonet Transparency, the one who followed that school bus full of kids and was confronted by an angry father, tried that too. Basically saying if your daughter is out in public, I'm allowed to film her. Uh, yeah, and rightfully so. That father was just absolutely pissed. Because yeah, no adult, whether you're in public or not, no adult should go around filming children that isn't theirs. I mean, it's just common sense. I mean, if I took my niece to a public park and some man was just filming her, I would literally go over there and I would beat the crap out of him. Like I'm not even joking. Nice, James. Uh, but yeah, frauditors are a very special bunch. Oh yeah, I also met another frauditor in his comments. He goes by the name of oh, what was his name? I'm sorry. There are just so many frauditors. It's hard to like keep track of so many of them. Hey, TN Pear. Thanks again for having me on your live stream. It was a lot of fun. Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Um, I think his name was No Questions About It. Get it about it, but audit. Um, for those of you who don't know, he in a very famous video, his most recent video, he was following this cop car around. They pulled into a neighborhood. He got out, started filming, and a man came out from his home who's a former Navy, uh, told him, um, you know, why do you guys keep hassling these cops? Says, why don't you just leave them alone and let them do their job? And typical frauditor calls them like bootlickers and all of that. So I made a comment about the video, and he replied to me. He literally says, like he is doing this for his country, and I'm just thinking, wow, really? You're going to go that far with what you do? Then he tries to ask me, so what have you done for your country? And to which I applied, what have I done for my country? What have you really done? I mean, what is so courageous about just going around following cops and filming them with a camera? How is that fighting like for your country? Y- You know, like these frauditors really believe in their own BS. Ah, thank you. They're fighting for Trump. Uh, that's funny. That is funny. And for those of you who don't know, like, not that this really matters, but I am a Democrat. So that's right. Aztec swings to the left. You know, like it or not. But I personally don't think that really matters because I think we can all agree that these frauditors are just a literal plague. And well, yeah, recently I've been noticing a lot of their numbers when it comes to like views and stuff like that have really been decreasing as of lately. Best example, like I said earlier, Auditing America with over 250K subs, but his videos barely get like 10K views. So I just think the whole frauditing thing might be just like some kind of like a trend and might eventually die off. They're fighting for YouTube paychecks. yeah, that is also very true. Very true. Unless you're SGV News, whose channel got demonetized, and uh, like I pulled up the numbers. Um, I pulled up the numbers. He makes around $200,000 a year on his YouTube channel, which is a lot, you know. But then, like after maybe like 2 weeks after being demonetized, he's struggling for money so bad that he had to go out and get an actual job. You know, like I'm just thinking, like, what do you do with all of that money? You know, you make $12,000 a month, 200,000 a year, like, and you're already after 2 weeks of being demonetized, you're already like struggling financially. What are you doing with that money? Yeah, I can see Solvig's definitely increasing in numbers. No doubt about it. No doubt. Write checks without being assholes. Yeah, well, here's the thing: is a lot of people um, they know that a lot of people love drama, which is why they go out and try to antagonize people. No drama, no money is basically their main goals. You know, the whole situation is just absolutely insane. And they keep trying to say like they're fighting for our rights, for our constitutional rights. Well, never have I ever felt like my rights were being attacked or anything. Like, I don't know. I don't need anybody fighting for my rights. Like I could fight for myself, but I don't have to because I don't feel like my rights are being attacked or whatever. You know, like that's just how I feel about it. Like if they really wanted to fight for our rights, or if they really hate how police handle their business, like, so why don't they like join the police force and like try to do things better, like make the change from the inside instead of the outside. Like I think that would be more effective than just following every single cop to their stops and going up to them and calling them pigs and stuff like that. Yeah, that is true. That is true, James. Because if somebody were to put up a law that says, you can't say certain words anymore, or you can't like maybe you can't well, here's the thing. Like in today's America, we still have racism, the KKK, all of that is still very, very real today. But what they say, it's still all protected under the Constitution. So you see how the Constitution can go both ways. You know, like, sorry, just reading some more comments. Just reading the comments. Yeah, I haven't been posting in a couple days, which is why a reason why I wanted to do like a quick little live stream. Just getting some frauditor news out there. Asking them to get a job may or may not involve risking their lives. That's not well. That is true. Mm, that is very true. Like SGV knew when he got demonetized, he was forced to get a job, an actual job. And in his words, he says, "I'm trying to survive." Like the man has not had an actual job so long that it is considered um like that it's considered struggling to survive to them, when to all of us getting a job is a very common thing. uh, yeah, just wanted to get some news out there real quick about the situation between me and Direct D, as well as what did I mean by my last community post. Hmm. Yeah, like something like I don't mind that. Like if both guys agree to like a quick fight, like if they want to settle their difference, then I think they should be allowed to. If both sides agree to it. Sorry. Yeah, that's true. Oh, what state are you in? Hmm. Oh, Kentucky. Okay. Good night, James. Woo. Sorry if I sound different. I was just eating some chips, and I think one kind of got stuck in my throat. Jane. Okay, Jane. But, yep. Just wanted to get some fraudulent news out there. Hello. Sort of, yeah. um, Basically, the main topic was Manuel Mata recently got arrested for trying to walk into a crime scene that was on a public sidewalk, and the fraudulent community is pissed off about it because, yeah, rather it's on. Because yeah, rather it's on a public sidewalk or whatever. A crime scene is a crime scene, and you should not be walking anywhere near a crime scene. But we have frauditors complaining and trying to raise money for Manuel Mata uh, because of his mistakes. Because to frauditors, they never do anything wrong. everything they do is 100% legal. They're never wrong. And tomorrow morning I will post the video of that arrest, and yeah, and you'll see that Manuel Mata is definitely deserved to be arrested for that. Not to mention, just going to give you a quick little, pretty much, just a quick little detail. Um, he also got arrested about a month prior after he shoved an officer when he was being escorted out from a public board meeting, I believe. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. I do think it's important that you film police because, um, yeah, because there is corruption in the police. Like, there is. I know there is. But the way that these people go at it, like every single police that they meet is corrupt, which I don't believe is true. And these people are actually ending up doing more harm than good. That's just how I feel about it. And we've had Joe Cool come in here trying to tell me that interfering with police uh, is only a physical or a threatening thing. No, it's not. There is no single law that says that you can only interfere with police um, by by physical means or by threatening them. Anything you do that takes the cops' attention away from what they're doing is considered interfering. More corrupt than any of them. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about Florida. Like, I'm in Arizona. Like I've hear a lot of talk about Mesa police. Like, that's what I've heard. Uh, yeah, that's very true. Like some frauditors would, like, when they go to a building that says no filming inside or you must have a mask on, they try the whole, oh, that's just policy, that's not a law tactic. But when an officer comes up to them, they expect them to follow their policy of giving their name and their badge numbers, when really it's just a policy and there is no law that requires an officer to give you their name. Oh, Sheriff Joe, that piece of human garbage. I remember him. I remember I was in high school during that time where we had him and Jan Brewer as governor, and they passed SB 1070. Basically, they made it legal that if a cop pulls you over and if you're Hispanic or whatever, they can ask you for your citizenship identifications, stuff like that. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, that is funny. That is funny right there, Jerry. Ugh. But yeah, frauditors, they love to pick and choose about Pacific parts of the laws and policies and stuff like that. You know, which is just absolutely, like, that's not how law works. And they tried to claim like they are, you know, a lot of them try to claim, oh, but I'm peaceful. I only do it all like peacefully. And then in the next scene, they're flipping cops off, cursing at them, stuff like that. you know, yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know if you've heard, but I got a little threat email from Direct D who says he's gonna come to my workplace, as he puts it. Well, like I said, like I'm an armed security officer, armed being the key word. So I don't know why he would want to come to my workplace, but all I know is he better keep his distance because the property that I work on is private. So you want to stand on the sidewalk, film me from there, that's fine. Go ahead. But if you try to come like with violent intentions, I will defend myself. Yeah, he's gonna have to find me first. I don't have to worry about that. I don't think, because like I put in my video, he showed me a photo of some white guy that he believes is me. You know, which is absolutely yeah. In short, I don't have to worry about him ever finding me if he can't even get the color of my skin right. Wants to see his channel monetized. I mean, I have the option right now to monetize my channel, but with all these crazy videos that I post, I'm not so sure if it'll stay monetized. Not that I really need the money that badly. I mean, I have a pretty good working job. Maybe in the future, maybe. Mm. Oh yeah, Direct D recently got a newborn. He got kicked out of the first hospital him and his wife went to, uh, because he doesn't understand. Like, hospitals take privacy very, very serious, because there's a little something called lawyers that exists in today's world. So there are some hospitals that are fine with you, like, you want to film like, your child being born and all that, that's cool. But the thing is, you do have to have the consent, not only the patient, but also the doctor and the nurses that will also appear in your video. So, so when the nurses saw him, um, like walking in and he's got his big giant camera, um, they, safe to imagine that he does in plan on filming everything. Um, so that's probably why, they wanted him out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, especially if you're in the hallway and you have like your camera out and everything, they take all of that very, very serious. Like I've had, a couple of my cousins are, no, my aunt. My aunt is a nurse, and she tells me these kind of stuff. Yeah. So hospitals, they take their patients' privacy incredibly serious. Like it's really no joke. Oh, okay. So that's the reason. So the hospital was already aware of the kind of stuff Direct D posts on his channel. And yeah, I can see exactly why they wouldn't want him there. You know, I mean, but yeah, in the end, Direct D eventually took his wife to a different hospital where, they were fine with him filming, just as long as they don't hold him, he doesn't hold the doctors or anything liable if any equipment got broken. No, he does. He has absolutely no idea where well, he knows I live in Arizona, the same state as him. He tried doxing me, but he has no idea who I am or where I live. But what's funny is I know exactly where he works. Well, he has his own landscaping company. That much I know about him. But right now it is temporarily closed. I try to look it up on Google, and his business is temporarily closed right now. Yeah, yeah, like auditors, they all claim, they're respectful of they're respectful, they try to be polite, but if you have a different opinion about them, they will threaten you with doxing, or if you're like broken system, broken trust, they'll just try to go straight to your house. Like, these are not peaceful people. Like, 9 times out of 10, these frauditors, they have some serious criminal backgrounds. Again, using Auditing America as an example, he's been charged with kidnapping. He's been charged with sexual assault, assault and battery. Like, really, really um, messed up stuff. Oh, no, no, no! I'm talking about when he went to K-Far's house. He didn't go directly into K-Far's house, but he's standing in the middle of the street right outside of his house. Oh, sorry, it's really hard to hear like sarcasm over like chats. But yeah, these these frauditors, they claim, they can claim they're super peaceful, but you got to remember a lot of these guys have really serious criminal backgrounds, and that's probably why they come to learn their rights a little bit more, because they have to deal with police like almost on a daily basis. Yeah, no. Kfar stated that he was trying to get away from broken system, broken trust. Even went so far as to just kind of ignore him. Basically, trying not to even mention him on his channel for about a week before he showed up at his house. And no, I think Kfar is Kfar is a good guy. You know, like, I've had no issues with him. Yeah, but yeah, yeah, I the reason I kind of got into this was, uh, well, I got into this because I kind of noticed how good I was at kind of getting under their skin. The first frauditor would be Big Man Audits. That was the first frauditor whose skin I got under. Then I started going for bigger fish, and I thought, just for fun and giggles, why don't I just make this into a channel? And well, lo and behold, here I am. Yeah, no, rolling up to a person's house and then saying "I come in peace, I come in peace" is not gangster. That is like that is not gangster right there. Especially if you're rolling into a pickup truck with some other guy. Oh yeah, Vegas Valley. I just posted on my community congratulating Vegas Valley for reaching over 1,000 subs, like without paying for them. Because in it right before his other channel got deleted, suspiciously Vegas Valley got 30,000 subscribers, but his total view number was only about 4,000 people. Like that doesn't make sense. And so it's pretty obvious that Vegas Valley is not opposed to buying subscribers. And he tried to like host like a big celebratory live stream as if he actually did it. That is just funny. Oh, oh God, no, 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 no. Oh, Wolverine he was just as in on it as Broken System, Broken Trust. Um, that's why Wolverine stayed in the truck, so they can take off as quickly as they needed to. As soon as Kfar mentioned he's going to call the police, Wolverine quickly pulled in the truck and says, "Come on, man, we got to go. We got to leave." So, yeah, I don't think we have to worry about these guys too much longer. Broken System, Broken Trust. His channel is literally hanging on by a thread. You know, like he's got over um like almost 5,000 subs, but only about maybe about 10, 20 viewers. So yeah, and Manuel Mata got arrested for trying to walk into a crime scene, and frauditors are calling it unjustified. Which is absolutely uh, ridiculous. Paul Carroll. No, I have no, I haven't. I have not. Hey, Blue Bear. Yeah, yeah, that's another thing. Like, I'm subscribed to a lot of different channels that I still like. I don't even watch their videos anymore, but yet I'm still subscribed to them. Like, yeah, like I should probably clean out my subscribe boxes. But yeah, I just wanted to get a couple little news out there here about what's currently happening. Especially seeing that I haven't really been uh, haven't uploaded in a few days. I've just been busy with work. Is all. Much as those that he didn't pay for. Hmm, probably yeah. Like I don't know how that works. Like paying for subs. Like yeah, I don't know exactly like how that works. Like how do you pay for subs? Yeah, and I think that's another thing that kind of makes me different, like from all these other frauditors. Like, I'm not here begging for subs and begging for likes and stuff like that, but for some reason, people just keep subscribing and liking, even though I'm not asking for it. Um, but with these frauditors, they are always begging, always begging. Uh, you know, it. But yeah, yeah, like I said, YouTube isn't my main focus right now, and I don't know why, I don't know how, but you guys just keep on liking and keep on subscribing. So now I feel more and more obligated to bring you some more frauditor fails. Uh, which I was probably going to do either way, rather this reaches 1,000 subscribers or 25 subscribers. Um, I'm just always going to keep doing this because it really seems to piss off these frauditors when I poke the holes into their belief system. And to me, it's just so rewarding. Yeah, well, that's another thing. You'll see a lot of frauditors like in their thumbnails saying, "I just got arrested because I was filming." No, you got arrested for trespassing. You got arrested for interference. If you can show me on your records where it says you were arrested just for filming, I will give you $1,000 if you can show me that. I'll give you $1,000 if you show me you got arrested just for filming, but it has to say filming on it. Mm. Like yeah, like I said, they're all about drama. They don't care about they don't really care about our rights or our freedoms. It's all views and money. That's really what it's all about to them. Yeah, that's pretty bad right there. You know, and another thing is they always say like, oh, but um, you know, government or whatever, they're not allowed to make laws that that violates our constitutional rights. And there are a lot of examples where they yeah they kind of do. Like that's why felon like people with felonies are not allowed to own guns, even though the Second Amendment says citizens are allowed to own guns. Yeah, but not if you're a felon, you know. Or also why you don't run into a building yelling fire or yelling "I have a bomb" or anything like that. One of my coworkers is a Slovak, and we get him. um, I wonder if he pays taxes because that's basically what Slovaks are. Like, you know, uh, they're 100% against having to pay taxes. Not all amendments are guaranteed. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like when the Second Amendment was made, I don't think the founding fathers imagined that we would have the kind of guns that we do have now. That's another thing you gotta take uh, into view because back then they were like they had like the flintlock pistols where you fire once and you got to reload for like 5 minutes. But now we have ARs, AK-47s, we have Glocks, a lot of semi-automatic weapons. You know, all right. Thanks, Blue Bear. I'm probably gonna wrap it up soon anyway. My phone battery is getting pretty low. I am at 10%. But thanks for stopping by. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is very true. But yeah, like a lot of them like live in their own little world. Um, they have their own ideas of what they believe is law. You know, you missed a lot, a lot, and I've already repeated it all so many times. So probably just go to the beginning and just kind of watch it from there. Shorter tempers back in the 1700s. Oh yeah, I bet. I bet. And another thing is they have a real different idea of what tyranny is. Like you go to North Korea, like go to North Korea if you want to know what tyranny like really is, and then go to North Korea for like a week and then come back, and I guarantee you they'll change their mind and realize exactly how good they have it here. Like don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not a super big patriot. Like I think America is okay to live in, but there are things that we can be doing way better. Like there are a lot of other countries that do things way better than us. You know, like like for example, like prescription costs in Mexico is about almost half of what it is here in America. Like in fact, American citizens go to fill out their prescriptions in Mexico because it's so much cheaper there. And I have a friend in Canada who recently fell and broke her leg, and the bill that came out to for the room, for the casting, and all of that, um, it's like almost a quarter of what you would pay here in America. Oh, I see. Yeah, like well, like I said, like America's it's a good country. E- Um, but there are just things that we can do better. Um, is all I'm saying. That's actually a good point. I think the problem with I think that it could be summed up with a little like when you go to a news media, they're always talking about immigrants are taking over the country. Uh, Immigrants are taking all the jobs. They're taking all the our women, stuff like that. And if you're watching this from another country, you're probably thinking, "Oh wow, America sounds great." That's that's really the best that I can think of. Oh yeah, Val Venus. Uh, yeah, I yeah, I was surprised. I saw Val Venus appear on Frauditer Tro's channel, and I never would have taken him for one of those sovereigns, for like a sovereign. That is just that's just crazy right there. Like I did not know that. Yeah, well, I think that also kind of depends on what state you're in, because there are some states where it's a lot more expensive to live rather than like in some other states. Like I live in Arizona, so it's not really that expensive to live here. The minimum wage in Arizona is like $15 per hour. And my first apartment, me and my brother moved to, we were only paying about maybe 1,200 a month. Wait, you debated Val Venus? Hmm, I can only imagine how that went. Oh, and Rudy debated Val Venus. Hmm, wow. Hmm, yeah, and hmm, yeah. Take it easy. What country do you live in, if you don't mind me asking? Also, yeah, Val Venus does live in Arizona. If I remember right, I think he opened his own cannabis shop. Like a marijuana dispensary, if I remember correctly. You pay 1,500 a month in Wisconsin for a three-bedroom apartment? Damn. Yeah, I paid 1,200 a month for a two-bedroom apartment. When I got my first apartment. Oh, Australia. Mm. Yeah, I don't know a lot about Australian laws. Hmm. So I can only imagine like how things are there. Yeah, like well, here's the thing is I I I think I can be a police officer if I really wanted to, but I just do not want to. Because being a police, especially in America, is a very dangerous time as of right now. I'm subscribed to Police Activity, where they show us like the kind of stuff that cops deal with like all the time, all across the United States. I've seen so many videos of a cop pulling over someone just for speeding, and the next thing they know, they go up to the driver's side window, and the guy pulls out a gun and tries to kill the cop, all just for a simple speeding ticket. You know, and that's like the reason why I support cops. Oh, like I don't support all cops. Like if there are cops that do bad things, then I 100% believe, yeah, they should be arrested. They should be charged. You know, like uh, like the most recent one is the cop who shot and killed a 17-year-old who was eating a cheeseburger out in the McDonald's parking lot because his car matched a description of a car that the officer was chasing prior before. Um, yeah, like that right there, that was 100%. Um, the cop should be 100% charged for that. Like that I believe was absolutely ridiculous. The cop just walks over to his car, yanks his door, and tries to pull him out. And the guy obviously is scared out of his mind, tries to drive away, and the cop drew his gun and starts shooting. Like the cop didn't announce he was a cop. He didn't tell him the situation. I assume the guy just thought he was being carjacked. You know, but yeah. So I'll defend cops like to a point, but if I know cops did something very bad, then yeah, I will call them out on that. Yeah, he was 17 years old, eating a cheeseburger in a McDonald's parking lot. Um, yeah, so that cop in that situation was definitely in the wrong for that, and he should be arrested and he should be charged. 100%, he should be charged. I like, yeah. No, Rudy, I believe that teenager, I believe he died. No, he died. So I believe the officer should be charged with murder. Yeah. Well, I did a poll. Cops killed, I believe, in 2022 alone, it was around 600 people were shot and killed by cops. But but it's not separate. That's all together. Like, rather be accidental or justified. Um, but yeah, we may never know. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this live stream because my phone right now is at 4%. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to get going so I can plug in my phone. There's a live stream now from. Yeah, if you want, you can put a link to that in the description or not the description in the comments or whatever because I'm about to end this live stream. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. I wasn't really expecting to go live for this long, but thank you all for stopping by. Thank you all for joining, um, and I will see you all later. See ya.